What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to your final week of the NFL 2014 season. It's week 17. Um, some teams don't have anything to play for other than to go out there and get their paycheck and or pride for pride reasons. Guys are very competitive, so some of these games you're still gonna get probably a good entertaining game. I'm gonna quickly go through them. All the games are gonna come on Sunday. No Monday night. Of course, there was no Thursday night game. All Sunday. From 1 to 8, you still have the Sunday night game. I'm gonna quickly go through them. As a matter of fact, before I do that, last week I went 8-8. Some big upsets actually. Baltimore game was upset. The Broncos game was an upset in my opinion. So that kind of affected my record for that week. And how I'm gonna do the picks? Well, I'm gonna tally up all the picks. I'm gonna do that wild card weekend before the games, because obviously I'm gonna preview the games and give my picks of who I think is gonna win, based on who comes out of this weekend, how the seeding looks. But on to the picks. Cleveland Browns is the 1 o'clock game Eastern time. Cleveland Browns had the Baltimore to play the Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Ravens, although they looked really bad. For them, their situation. They need the Chargers to lose, and they have to win for them to get in. And what pisses a lot of the Raven fans off was the effort from last week. They looked terrible, and all they had to do was just win out. That's all they had to do was win out. But now they need some help. The Chargers win, of course, they're in. But I'm gonna pick the Ravens in this game. Too many quarterback. There was another change of quarterback. Manziel got hurt against the Panthers. So they're going back to Brian Hoyer. And he got benched, of course, as you know. So I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think they have a bounce back win. Next game, Indianapolis Colts head to Tennessee to play the Titans. Colts honestly have, let me make sure, the Colts have nothing to play for. By them losing to the Cowboys, they would have had a shot at a first round bye. They needed the Broncos to lose the last game, but I think the Colts don't play any of their starters. They're locked at that 4 seed. Yeah, they're locked at that 4 seed. So I'm gonna pick the Titans. I don't think the Colts have anything to play for. Next game, the New Orleans Saints, who have had an abysmal year. For all the talent they have, really disappointing. It's been disappointing for the entire NFC South. New Orleans Saints had Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. I'm going to take the Saints. Still a pride thing. Also, I didn't talk about this game. The Dallas Cowboys had the Washington play Redskins. Now, the Cowboys need some help to get that number 2 seed. As a matter of fact, let me make sure. As I know the Cowboys needed help because they can possibly get the first round bye. Give me 1 second. Okay, I couldn't even find the link. That was a link I had where it had all the playoff scenarios. The Cowboys would need they would need the Seahawks to win. They will have to win this game, and I believe they need the Lions to lose for them to get that second seed and get that first round bye. I may be wrong, maybe missing out on one, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty close. Yeah. Almost with the rest of the picks. The Philadelphia Eagles had New York play the Giants. As you know, the Eagles were eliminated last week with their loss to the Redskins last week, and the Cowboys win against the Colts. So they're eliminated. Giants been eliminated for a while, and it's another pride game. I'll go with the Giants in this game. Next game, Buffalo Bills, who at this point are eliminated. They got eliminated last week. They had a chance. They had won last week, but they blew that game against the Patriots, who with Denver's loss, they locked up home field advantage, number 1 seed, home field advantage throughout. They rested all their guys, and if any starters, if any first string guys play, won't be long. I'll take the Bills. I just think Page is going to rest all their guys. Next game, the Jacksonville Jaguars had Tennessee to play the Texans. Texans still have a shot. They need some teams to lose, but it has happened in the past. They need the Ravens to lose. They need the Chiefs to lose. They need the Chargers to lose, and they have to win their game. And I believe they are in at that, getting that final seed. I'm going to pick the Texans to beat them. They still have something to play for. Next game, San Diego Chargers had the Kansas City play the Chiefs. The Chiefs need, they have to win this game, and they need the Ravens to lose to make the playoffs. Chargers, they win, they're in. I'm going to pick the Chargers in this game. Next game, New York Jets had the Miami to play the Dolphins. Not sure if the Dolphins have a shot. Let me make sure. Okay, I found a link. Let me make sure the Dolphins. No, the Dolphins are eliminated. So really nothing for them to play for. Yeah, so the Dolphins are eliminated. I'm gonna pick them in that game though. It's a divisional game. I think they got some pride. I'm gonna say this about a lot of these games. Next game, Chicago Bears head to Minnesota to play the Vikings. Bears have all but given up on Jay Cutler. Jimmy Clausen was the guy who used to play with Carolina. He's gone now. He's in Chicago. He made some nice throws in the game last week, and they had a chance to actually beat the Lions. They didn't. I like the Vikings in this game. I think the Vikings actually, especially what happened with Adrian Peterson, they kind of surprised some people. I say that when they got a 6-9 record, but they don't have much talent, and they were still able to get 6 wins with very little talent. Next game, this starts. Let me make sure. Yeah, this starts the 4 o'clock game. Oakland Raiders head to Denver to play the Broncos. Broncos need to win this game because if they lose and the Cincinnati Bengals win, the Broncos lose that first round bye, and Cincinnati gets it and win their division. So this is a must win for this Broncos team, so they can at least get that first round bye. Next game, Arizona Cardinals head to San Francisco to play the Niners. Niners, another team with a disappointing season with a bunch of talent. They play in a tough division. You have to look at that. They play in a very tough division. But Kaepernick, he got paid all that money. He got all these weapons. He should have played a lot better than what he did this year. By putting the ball in there, he just didn't put up a lot of passing numbers. Any really great passing numbers. The defense has some. They had injuries, but could have. I thought they had some good games. They just. I mainly put the onus on the offense. Honestly, the Cardinals can still get home field. They need the. Let me make sure. They need the Seahawks to lose. They need the Seahawks to lose. And I believe they can still win the division and get home field. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come back to that. Actually, I'm gonna make sure. Let me check. NFC. Okay, the Cardinals need the Lions. I think the Cardinals need the Lions to win and the Seahawks to lose. All Seahawks have to do is win, and they get it. Okay, I'm just making sure. Next game, Detroit Lions head to Green Bay to play the Packers. Detroit Lions beat them earlier this year, so a win will give them the season sweep and a shot at getting that first round bye. And if they don't get the first round bye, they have a shot at getting still getting the first round bye and then number 2 seed. But I was referring to home field. They have a shot at getting home field. If not, they still got a shot at getting the first round. I like the Packers in this game though. I think the Packers win their division. Now the Lions are still in the playoffs, so they're not gonna miss the playoffs by losing. Next 4 o'clock game, St. Louis Rams, who I think had a surprising season as well. Another 6-9 team, but they beat some really good teams. I thought they competed well in the division. most of the games went down to the wire, with the teams in their division. So you got to give them credit for that. Head to Seattle to play the Seahawks. Seahawks win. Let me make sure. I think the Seahawks win and the Packers lose. They can lock up home field. No, all the Seahawks need to do is win. Matter of fact, Seahawks win. They got home field throughout the playoffs, and that can, playing in Seattle is going to be a huge game for them. It's a game they're really going to try to win. Obviously, getting the home field. I like the Seahawks, of course. Next game, Carolina Panthers head to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Whoever wins this game wins the division, a horrible division, the NFC South, and make the playoffs. So you win, you're in. That's all it is. I like the Panthers. I think they win this game, make the playoffs. At least we can say they made the playoffs. It's not that big, especially with the shit that the division has been a disgrace. Anyways, this is the final game of the week, the Sunday night game. Cincinnati Bengals head to Pittsburgh to play Steelers. Now, both these teams have already made the playoffs. The Bengals win. Here's the scenario for the Bengals. If the Bengals win and Denver loses, the Bengals, of course, win the AFC North, and they win the AFC North, and they get a first round bye by getting the number 2 seed. If the Bengals win and the Broncos if the Bengals win and the Broncos win, the Bengals win the AFC North, they get that number 3 seed, and they host the home game in the wild card weekend. If Steelers, the only thing the Steelers can get is that 3 seed. That's the only thing they can get. Matter of fact, if they win, that's the only thing they can get if they win. If they lose, they get that number 5 seed, and they have to travel on the road to play whomever. I like Pittsburgh. I think they get their first home game. I really like Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell have been two of the best offensive weapons, for any player. They've been really good. I think they've flown on the radar for a lot of fans. Still don't trust Andy Dalton. They beat the Broncos last week, but I just still don't trust Andy Dalton. Give me Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers. And that pretty much does it for final week of the season. I'm gonna do the wild card. I'm gonna do any other game after that. I'm still gonna talk about them. As a matter of fact, as I said earlier, wild card week and those previews, I will give. I'm gonna tally up all my picks. If you look in the description, I got the picks for each and every week, so that way, I actually make it easier for me to just go back and add them all up. And let me know what were your picks? How same shit I ask you every week. How'd your picks go? Who'd you pick? What was your game of the week this week? I'm going with Carolina because it's a win you're in type deal. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Of course, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.